Hello and welcome back to LOWBORN, and we're in a fight. Yes, we're in a fight with some Azerai vassals. You may not think it's Azerai actually, because there's a bunch of Imperial elite cataphracts here, and you can see that I'm actually getting clobbered right now because I basically distracted an insane amount of the cavalry here, which is actually perfect, because what we need is we need these guys to be completely and utterly useless. Because otherwise, they're actually going to be quite dangerous. You know, they're pretty good. I mean, elite cataphracts are kind of a bit strange because obviously they don't have shields with their polearms or anything like that. So you will have a pretty easy time dealing with them if you can just slow them down and get your archers involved. If you can get your archers involved and they don't actually murder them instantaneously upon you seeing them, then yeah, that's pretty good. Then you're going to have a pretty nice time, because obviously they can't really block you that easily, unless they switch to their one-handed, of course, because their polearm obviously is a two-handed only weapon, and that means that their offensive capability is rather significant, and that's the reason why generally it's a really good idea to try and see if you can just completely eliminate them through the use of ranged troops, because ranged troops will just absolutely slaughter them. But obviously only if you can slow them down, you know? If you can slow them down, then it's a lot easier. And that's the reason why I was trying to very much get them in a kind of bad situation for them. It's kind of weird, actually. These Imperial Palatine Guards are just dying before us. It's quite shocking, really. But actually, you know what? Maybe it makes sense, because these vassals probably don't have particularly good stats. That's one thing that we have to always remember here. If the enemy lord, or should we say enemy leader more specifically, has medicine skill, if they have what is it, 275? Yeah, 275 medicine skill, they are going to be, well, they're going to be pretty difficult. They're going to be pretty difficult to deal with. They're going to be quite hard to eliminate that easily, whereas as you can see right now, we're able to eliminate these Palatine Guards relatively easily because they don't have that extra HP. As we saw when we were up against the Vlandians, the ability for the opponent to survive more than just one singular hit from our polearm was a pretty big deal. That was a very big deal, because it kept them in the fight, and I believe that that's actually one of the main reasons why we had such a difficult time dealing with the Vlandians in the previous episode. It was very hard for us to win against them. And it was a close battle, very close battle, and that's the reason why, because of that medicine skill. Because generally, and as I've said this quite a few times, I'm not sure whether it's really like a thing that's in the I don't know, in the sort of populace mindset, kind of like the general population mindset or anything like that when it comes to the community of the game. But when it comes to eliminating enemies, I always feel as though, yes, okay, fine, it's a good idea to deal some damage, right? It is always a good idea to deal some damage to these enemies, but it is always better to eliminate them completely. If you can eliminate them completely, then that's obviously so much better, because they are off the field. This is kind of the same mindset that you want to have with, turn-based strategy games and stuff like that, where you're in a tactical situation and you have, either an initiative order of, who's going to be acting next, if you know what I mean. So basically, if you have like a squad of people, your people, and then they're up against, 10 enemies or something like that on a particular map, you want to make sure that you eliminate the ones that are about to act next. Obviously, that's not always possible. Sometimes you are going to have enemies attacking you. Sometimes the damage is unavoidable. But if you want, and if you can, eliminating the ones that are just about to act just before their turn, that would be the best course of action, because then if they have a really damaging ability, maybe there's a specific enemy unit type that's very dangerous, you want to try to eliminate those first. And that's kind of a similar thing with Bannerlord, despite the fact that obviously Bannerlord isn't a turn-based game in any way, but generally, if you're in a battle I do feel as though having that kind of mindset really does help in a wide variety of situations, because you're going to have exactly what I just described. You're going to have a lot of those times where you're thinking to yourself, okay, wait a minute, I've got a bunch of enemy, I don't know. I mean, you saw here a bunch of Imperial Palatine Guards, right? Palatine Guards. They're going to be, well, I would say they're pretty dangerous. I mean, I think they're pretty dangerous. Maybe they're not that dangerous anymore, but I personally feel like they are. What is this? This is a one-handed / two-handed weapon. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I personally feel like they're pretty dangerous, so I obviously want to try to eliminate them as best as I can, and as fast as I can. But the thing is, if I'm unable to eliminate and kill them in one hit with my polearm, it's going to require yet another runaround, right? So because I'm obviously on a mount, so I'm going to try to run at them as fast as I possibly can. And that generally wastes a lot of time. It actually makes it so that the Imperial Palatine Guards are going to be doing damage, right? They're going to be doing damage a huge amount of the time. And if you can't eliminate them, their damage is going to be irreversible, because obviously they're going to murder people, you know? And that's obviously the main reason why I personally believe that it's a very good idea to try to kill enemies, obviously, if you can. Sometimes it's just, you know, impossible. But anyway, there you go. We're going to get lead by example, plus 50% recruitment rate for infantry prisoners. I do want to try to transition into having a bunch of infantry instead. That's going to be very, very important for us later down the line when we actually start doing sieges. Actually, speaking of that, what we are going to do is I'm going to change my house guards. I do need to change the equipment on these guys. I want to try to get the throne. Ooh, wait a minute. We've got some nice bows. I believe that is that a better bow? No, I don't think so, actually. Surprisingly enough. Oh, okay. I actually thought that was going to be better. But yeah, anyway, we're going to be going for some Jalmarys here, because these things are crazy good. Oh, yeah. They are really, really nice. And there we have it. Very good. And the question is, do we have anything that's actually better in terms of our helmet? Oh, hello. Wait a minute. We are getting some insanely good armor here. Oh, wow. This is going to turn our... I mean, literally, this is actually going to be kind of bonkers, because we're going to turn our house guards into absolute monsters. Look at that. Berserker reinforced cloak. It's a 54 armor. That's very nice, actually. That is extremely, extremely nice. The question is, I don't think we have anything better, right? I'd like to have some... is there some way for me to... no, it doesn't seem like it. Okay. I was actually going to say, is there some way for me to filter by quality or by the amount of armor something has? And it doesn't seem like I am going to be able to do that. I guess the best thing that we have here is a nice little green icon that basically tells you whether it's better than your current one, which I do appreciate. I think that's obviously an extremely nice quality of life improvement. But when you have so many different helmets, it's as you can see, quite difficult. Hello, there's another 54 right there. Yeah, no, that's basically it. Okay, so yeah, the 54 is going to be this one. We're going to be putting that on because we're Botanians, of course. It kind of makes sense for us to wear something like that. And then we obviously have the Berserker Cloak. I wouldn't mind using the Berserker Cloak instead. Yep, there we go. Okay, yeah, we're going to use the Berserker Cloak because it is basically the same thing as the Warlord Pauldrons as far as I'm aware. And otherwise, ooh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. We've got some crazy cool stuff right there. Okay, so the question is, do we want Brigandine? 51, 19, 18. 51, 19, 18. Yeah, I kind of like the Brigandine a little bit better. Let's just see whether it's actually... Ooh, wait. This is better, I think. Yep, this is better. So we're going to do that. There we go. Heavy scale. Wow, I mean, really, this is absolutely insane. Look at how incredible that is. This guy is literally going to be a walking tank. Like I said, he's going to be so extremely strong. And we've got heavy mail mittens here. There we go. Heavy mail mittens and scaled boots, I believe, are the best, like I said before. So that's it. There you go. So our house guards are so insanely strong right now. Okay, so let me actually have a look. What are we going to even do with these guys? I don't even know what we're going to do with these guys. I guess we're just going to get some more athletics skill. We are going to need to level up the other things here. Let me actually just see how much I can really do with this, because obviously one of the things we've got to realize is that when we're speccing into, for example, throwing skill, the cost of speccing into this is significantly higher than if we were to spec into one of these other things. Like, for example, if I were to spec into crossbow right now, we have 5,736. It literally only costs me 100 experience. But if I spec into throwing skill, it literally costs me 200 experience, as you see right there. So it's exponentially going to increase the amount that we're going to get. Wait, what's this? Transfer? What am I transferring? Bear-tilled bear veterans. I can transfer them over to... Oh, I see. I can literally transfer bear-tilled bear veterans into house guards. Okay, that's actually quite interesting. I'm not sure why you'd want to do that normally, but maybe eventually the house guards are going to be absolutely, you know, just monsters. And I guess that kind of makes sense, right? I guess that kind of makes sense to a certain degree. But yeah, you can see here, actually a lot more experience as time goes on. Let's put that to 80, I guess. And... well, I do want to spec more into throwing skill, because that is inherently skill cap for this troop is 105. Oh yeah, oh I actually see that. Oh my bad. Okay, well that's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So we're not really going to have to worry too much about this. We might even be able to make it there with very, very minimal issues. But yeah, as you can see, it is going to take quite some time for us to level it up. And yeah, maybe let's have a look. 80 in not throwing skill, in archery. There we go, we got that maxed out as well. That's very nice. Now, one thing that I really badly want to do is I do want to get the noble bow. Yes, I know, I've said that multiple times now, but I am apparently an idiot, because I have not gone the extra mile and literally gone and got it. You know what I mean? It's literally just been kind of like standing there, not really doing much for us. So I do need to go and get one. And we're going to be buying this. There we go. Majestic gloves, reinforced. Wait. Is this actually better? No, wait. There we go. That's the one to go for. And we could technically go for this as well, but I don't know whether it's really necessary, to be honest. I don't really want them to look the same, if that's at all possible. So we're just going to give him a nice two-handed. I don't even know what to really give him, to be honest. I think we'll probably... wait a minute. Is there actually... are there any two-handeds available, even? Am I not seeing it? Oh, wait. No, I have to go to the next page. Oh, we've got so many. Okay, that's quite funny. Right. Okay, so should we, no, not a polearm, not a polearm. Let's stay away from the polearms. Stay away from the polearms for now. I'd like to sort by, as I said, I'd like to sort by two-handed. I assume there is a way, maybe, to be able to do that, but I am unaware of it. These are all one-handed. Yeah, these are all one-handed. Okay, so maybe we can... no, really? There's no two-handed available here? There's like... really? Wait, there are some two-handeds, but very, very minimally. Oh, this is nice, though. Look at this. 110 even, sorry, not 120. 110. Yes. Now that's nice. Ooh, I like it. Alright, yeah, that's going to be significantly damaging for us. And what else do we want to go for here? Well, the question is... can I not... I can't go back in the pages for some reason? Why can't I go back in the pages? Look at that, it doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Now I can. Okay. Yeah, so let me have a look here. I do want to get some better arrows. So let's do the stacked bodkin arrows. Got to make sure these guys are as damaging as possible, because they are going to be basically bread and butter for us most of the time. Let's get the woodland longbow, I suppose. And there we have it. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, we spent way too long customizing our guys, but it is actually very important that we do that. And considering how many of these guys do I actually even have? I've got 43. 43 of the Beartail House Guards. Okay. Well, we need to do a little bit better than that. So we're going to actually go over to Jalmarys right now, because we do still have an army under our control. We've just eliminated a handful of Aserai vassals, so this basically, well, it feels to me like a pretty no-brainer situation, pretty no-brainer decision here. And we're going to see whether they come at us with something a little bit more dangerous. Not sure if we're going to see that. But yeah, they got 0 days worth of food. So I'm not sure whether that's even... Is that real? I don't know. There are some times where, you know, the garrison actually has a display of 0. And you think, oh yeah, that's great. They're going to starve out soon. But then it turns out that they're not ever going to do that. So... You know, it's one of those things. Anyway, let's just see what happens. I'm very much hoping that they're not going to come at us with over 1,000 troops. If we had a very strong army of over 1,000... Oh no, there's 452. Is that the Sultan? Yes, it is. That's the Sultan himself, but I'm assuming he's going to suck. Is that just me? I think he's going to suck. Let me actually have a look here. Is this him? Yeah, this is him right here. Okay. So let's have a look. Oh no, he has 376. Oh, that is absolutely terrible. Oh wow, how does he even have 376? I'm going to need to actually execute this guy as soon as possible. 376 is absolutely unheard of, absolutely bonkers amount of skill right there. You know what that means, right? That means that for every single medicine point, if you take a look at this, for every single point in medicine skill, he has an additional HP for his troops. In other words, he has, because he has 376, he has literally 126 additional HP. If you thought our troops were strong, because I've got 314, well, think again, because these guys are crazy. And they are really gonna make us pay. So I'm kind of hoping that we are not gonna fight them at all. But well, as you can see, the enemy, yeah, they're gonna attack us, aren't they? Oh no, maybe not. Maybe not. This is pretty good actually. Yeah, but the starvation mechanic, there's no way the starvation mechanic is actually even going to come in here. Is it? Is it actually starting to come in? No, it's actually not, hilariously enough. It is not doing anything whatsoever. Let's just increase our cohesion a little bit. Okay, so yeah, the walls are completely down now, so I suppose the best course of action for me right now, despite the fact that I personally feel like this is going to be a huge fail, I think this will be a huge fail because, I mean, if you can't starve these guys out, they have 0. Look at that. They have 0 food. I'm not sure why the food supplies... Okay, that's a display bug. I assume that is a display bug more than anything else. Yeah, so I could technically continue to deal damage to them with their siege engines. As you can see, I can probably kill about 2 to 3, I guess. 2 to 3 of them every single time we bombard them. The problem with doing that is that it's going to take way too long, right? It's going to take way too long, and so what's going to happen eventually is they're going to come at us with a massive army, and we're going to be very, very sad. So, the only course of action I can really think of right now is to literally just go in there and try it. And if we do end up failing, then that's just how it's going to have to be, but... there's not much else I can do. I kind of wish at this point I had a massive two-handed weapon. That is something that I personally feel would be amazing, but I don't think it's not really the time. It's not really the time for me to go and be like, oh yes, I should probably spec all my focus points nowadays into two-handed. Yeah, no, you know, our character is basically set in stone now because it's going to take way too long for us to level up anyway. So, you know, the fact that it takes way too long to level up is just going to put paid to any kind of, you know, adaptability when it comes to the two-handed weaponry. We're not going to be able to put any focus points in that without it seeming ridiculous, because otherwise, you know, it will eventually happen. We will eventually get some decent-ish levels on this thing, but the amount of time that it's going to take is exponential. You know, it's just not very good. We are gonna... Whoa. Okay, hello there. We go. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly the reason why thrown weapons, right? Thrown weapons. You see how much damage the thrown weapons actually deal? That's the reason why I wanted to get those Jalmarys as best as we could equipped on our guys, because they are so extremely damaging. It's actually bonkers how good they are. Anyway, hopefully my forces won't get completely and utterly massacred. Yeah, I'm just thankful that there isn't a vassal here with 376 medicine skill. Because if there was, this would be a huge headache. You know what? I'm going to get off my mount. I think this is a bad idea for me to stay on my mount too long. I'm going to switch to two-handed. And we're just going to try to do as much damage as possible through enemy units. Just going to try to cleave through them as best as I can. I have found that the thrusting attack doesn't have that much recoil when it gets blocked in comparison to the one-handed. One-handed does tend to get blocked a much greater amount. And this so what this means is that the amount of cooldown that we have to actually swinging again is significantly lowered, and I think it does make a huge difference. Let's try and just eliminate this guy if we can. There we go, killed him, and now we can make our way. Oh, hello. Wow, okay, what's going on here? Why are there so many? I don't know. I guess it's because of the reinforcements coming their way over to the hole in the wall. It's probably going to make sense. Yeah, but this is exactly the reason why I personally feel like using the polearm in this situation is actually remarkably good, as long as you don't get, you know, anyone that's in your face, like right there, like what I had just now, and you can just try to do as much damage as possible, aiming for the head. It's actually really effective. I know it doesn't seem like it because it is a little bit finicky. You know, you're not really going to be having a super efficient time of things because enemies are going to block you, or you're going to have a shield or two that are going to be kind of annoying. Yeah, our ratio is really bad right now, by the way, so I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, I have a bad feeling. Oh dear. Yeah, I think we're gonna... Oh no. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're really gonna do this, but... Alright, so it looks like we're having some issues with these guys coming in here. I'm not sure if this is even going to be doable right now, because look at the amount of troops that are coming in. It's going to be quite dangerous for us to even enter here. I'm kind of wondering where my forces are, because I haven't seen any of them for quite some time. So I'm not sure if that means that they're going to be playing a bit more passively now, or they're... where are they? They're... okay, that's kind of weird. I'm not sure. Are they just waiting? I think they might just be waiting. So I guess I'm just gonna see what happens. I have told them to charge, by the way. I have told them to charge, but it looks like we might need to do a bit more than that. Well, it looks like my forces are now starting to fight back again. I actually have no idea what even happened with them. They seem to be, well, just idling somehow. I don't really know why they would be doing that, but, you know. Anyway, I basically just put them on hold position, and then I put them on charge once again, and that seemed to get them unstuck. I really don't know. It must be a, I don't know, just weird Bannerlord thing, because I've seen that happen a few times with and without mods, so it's not a mod issue, but yeah, kind of strange. Anyway, unfortunately, the polearm is not as effective when you're in this kind of situation where you have enemies that are consistently playing turtle-ish, so it is going to be a bit annoying for us to kill these guys, but thankfully, because it is indeed a polearm, we don't really have to get that close to them, so it's going to be slightly easier to kill them as it is, like this, so we're not really going to have to worry about it too much. Obviously, two-handed would be a lot easier. It really would, but yeah, at least we're doing damage now, and I believe that might in fact be the victory for... Oh, hello. Okay, I didn't even mean to jump over there, but sure. And I believe that's it. There you go. There's the victory. And there it is. Alright, so we can actually do a little bit here. I had to actually go away from the PC for a second. That's why I was like, oh, okay, gotta, you know, gotta cut away from that. And yeah, so let's have a look. Look at this. Oh, yeah, no, nice. Okay, so our daughter-in-law is actually upgrading her equipment a little bit. And we can indeed claim this fief if we want to. Should I claim it? I kind of want to, but I kind of also don't. I think I will. Let's claim it. And we can then get some bear-tailed units if we want to. Or I can literally just have a grand old time. Just basically... Wow, look at this. It's a tier 3 place. It is literally a tier 3 place. This is insane. Okay, so that means I'm going to place someone here that's hopefully really, really good. Who is really, really good at this? I mean, no one, really. Yeah, they all kind of suck. So I guess I'll just put Mr. Cow Thief, Mr. Cow Thief on there. Hopefully we have no cows. Otherwise he's going to be stealing them and putting them in his bed. Yes, that's what he's going to do. I mean, where else is he going to put them? Anyway, we're going to make our... yes, we're going to do a little bit of banking. Let's deposit this. Let's put 50 million in there. There we go, 50 million. We also get a bunch of items. Nice, very, very good. Okay, I like that. Now let's see if we can maybe do something with the noble bow. Are there any noble bows here? I highly... I was going to say I highly doubt it, but look. We have some. Absolutely perfect. Okay, yeah, so we got some noble bows. I highly doubt we're going to be able to do anything with them at the moment. I think what I need to do is I need to discard them. I actually need to discard them. So let me see. Where is the... Where would they be? All the way down? No, they're here. There they are. Okay, so let's just... I'm gonna keep one, I guess. There it is. Nice. There we go. We got it. Okay, fantastic. This is actually insane now because we're going to be able to do any number of things. It's going to be really, really nice because this means that our house champions will now have insane weapons. There it is. Absolutely incredible. And apart from that, we can also give our maybe our no, that's a too high of a tier. Too high of a tier. Maybe the tier 3s. Yeah, there we go. The tier 3s can now use the noble bows and the stacked bodkin arrows. Gonna leave the rest, I guess, for the moment. I don't really have much time to really do that. I don't really want to spend a huge amount of time just faffing around with the units here. But what I will do is I will change my body armor with the tier 6 unit just because we have so many of those, and I will also put this on them as well. There we go. All right, so there's the noble bow. Thank you very much. And there it is. Okay, fantastic. So now every single one of our guys, all of our really, really high level troops are looking fantastic. Let's just level up his bow skill a little bit more there. And I mean, come on, he's going to do insane now. They are going to do absolutely insane. Okay, so the question is, now this is a big problem here. We're going to have an issue because I'm not sure if we're going to have the opportunity to do much here. But I kind of hope we're going to be okay. Maybe I should just wait for some time. Should I just wait for some time and see what happens? Maybe that's the best course of action here. Not entirely sure if I really want to do that for a significant amount of time, but I feel like I kind of have to because the walls are down, right? The walls are down. So if an Aserai vassal decides to come over here, I mean, they're going to have about probably 800 or so, maybe more than that, because we saw him run away with about, what was it now, 500 or something. And then he also had a vassal following him that had about 200. So I would assume something like that. Ah, yes, our granddaughter. Okay, yeah, let's just get some vigor, get some endurance, and there we have. Nice. She's going to be leveling up automatically from now on as well, which is really, really nice. Okay, so that is, I think, about it for this area. So what I'm going to do is we're actually gaining engineering skill right now. How are we gaining engineering skill? That is kind of weird. I assume we're gaining engineering because we are... Ooh, nice. The Botanians are capturing other stuff. Look at that. That's great. No, I'm not going to submit my clan. Thank you very much, because I've already gotten some stuff here. But I am going to be voting on this. Let's have a look. Okay, we got some... Yeah, Urgion. I mean, he's not that good, but I'm going to vote for him nevertheless, because I do want to try to get my relation with him increased as much as I possibly can. Oh, yeah. Now things are looking great. Look at this. Britannia is fighting back. I mean, obviously, thanks to us, mostly, I suppose. Because a lot of the time, we're going to be distracting them. You know, we're going to be distracting them so heavily that a lot of the time, people are just going to be attacking us just purely because we are at the front line, as it were. And it's really making a huge difference. Okay, so let me just take a quick look at what's happening here. Okay, so they have gone over here. No, wait. Where's our allied army? There? Okay. They have 1,300. That's pretty crazy. And they are also defending Ataconia Castle. That's really nice. Should I try? Oh, no. This is not going to work, is it? I was going to say, shall we try to take Zeonica? I feel like that's probably not going to work out. Is that just me? I don't know. I feel like it's probably not going to work out very well, but you know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's try it out. Okay, who's this? We should try and... Oh, never mind. He actually won that. I'm very surprised. You know, usually I think of Britannia, especially at this point, as being relatively... Well, I wouldn't say helpless, but I would say that they're not as good as you would need them to be in this situation. But the problem is this... Oh no, is this garrison going to literally... I have a bad feeling right now. I feel like they're going to be sallying out, don't you think? I think they will probably sally out. If they do, this is going to be bad. I think maybe they won't, because there isn't a vassal in the garrison, or at least I don't think there is. I can just hope that that's not going to happen. I just need to make sure that we're not losing Jalmarys, because we put in a lot of effort to take that. I'd hate to lose that, to be honest. Ah, nice! Look at that, Britannian army coming along. Okay, this is great. That probably has to be one of the best actions that these guys have taken in the last, I don't even know what, 100 in-game days. They've really, really made a huge difference to us right here, and they are indeed going to be contributing so much that this is going to be probably, I wouldn't say a no-brainer victory, because I have no idea what kinds of units they have, and as I've said in the previous episode, the AI can have a smattering of really, really good... I just got a crash. Alright, so we have a very different situation here this time around, which is also the reason why crashes are super annoying, because that's just how things are. I have no idea what actually caused the crash, by the way, because I've had some extremely stable gameplay for the last, I don't even know, what has it been, 15 episodes, 16 episodes? And generally we've not... I've had one crash before this, I think. One crash? 2 crashes or something like that? That's hours and hours of gameplay without any issues. And I found that quite funny. Anyway, oh, really? Okay, this is interesting. Okay, I have to actually put these guys on manually, which is quite interesting. I never would have expected that. But yeah, we're going to be putting a whole bunch of people on here. And I don't know how this is going to really work, but... they've got a bunch of really, really, like, bad ships here. I'm kind of hoping that we're not going to have... I don't know. Do we have enough people? It feels to me like we don't have enough people. Is that just me? Oh, well. Never mind. Okay, let's go for it. Let's see what happens. We're going to... I don't even know what to do right now, actually. I feel like we should probably just tell everyone to skirmish. Is that just me? Or... You know what? Yeah. Let's just tell them all to skirmish. I don't really want to tell them to go into a particular enemy here. I feel like that's probably going to be... Is that a mistake? I don't know. Maybe it is. Oh, well. Let's try it out. Okay, let's try it out. See what happens. I feel like... Okay, you know what? Should I go for a really, really nice... Should I go for a ram? I really want to go for a ram, because if I go for a ram and actually sink one of these ships... Because that's happened before. I've done that in my off-screen time, where I've gone in for a ram and I've actually destroyed one of these ships instantly. And if we can actually make that happen... Wow. What? Did you see that? Did my ship literally just take 100 damage? Wow, okay. That's kind of bad. Okay, let's try and see if I can do something. Okay. Apparently not. What is going... Oh, I'm taking damage. I'm taking damage. Someone is actually trying to murder me right now. That's not very nice. Oh, okay. Well, unfortunate for me that my ram did not work in any way. And I gotta say, I'm very disappointed. Every single time, I don't know what it is, but I mean, literally, I hit them at the... I personally feel like I hit them at the right moment. But maybe I... What is actually killing me right now? Who is killing me right here? I'm gonna just have to hide. Are you serious? What actually happened here? Someone's trying to assassinate us. That's not very nice. I guess it's this guy, right? Yeah, I guess it's that guy. Alright, okay. I'm gonna try and see if I can make it. I don't know. What can I do? What can I do right now? I can't really do much. I mean, the only thing I can really do is... I guess I can just jump off. We can try and see what I can do in the water here. Maybe I can... Yeah, I can probably make my way over. I'm probably not going to have a very good time here. Let's just say that. Because these guys are just going to swarm me. Ow. That's friendly fire damage that just attacked me right there. Yeah, so these guys are obviously going to be inflicting damage now, but that's okay, so I've eliminated that fellow, and then we can just jump off. Not really a terribly big fan, to be honest, of doing this kind of strategy. I don't really like it that much. Especially considering I just died from friendly fire. I literally just got killed by friendly fire. What is he doing? Who killed me? One of these guys? Yeah, this. Who is this? This guy just killed me. Are you joking? Okay, well, we're actually winning, hilariously enough. We are actually winning a significant margin, actually. We've killed double the enemy troops. But they do have double the enemy. Well, yeah, they have double the troops anyway, so we're going to have a bit of a spot of bother on our hands. I am actually kind of worried about this, but I think we'll probably be okay. Because we do have better troops than the enemy does. I did take a look at their composition very briefly. And they don't seem to have that much. I literally only managed to kill 3 enemies. Yes, I only managed to kill 3 enemies in that entire battle. Thankfully, because naval battles are not going through the entirety of the enemy's reinforcements, I was able to win that. If it was the entirety of the enemy's reinforcements, I'd be dead. That would be it. I'd be very easily defeated there. Maybe not easily, okay? Maybe not easily. But I'd be defeated. That's pretty much the bottom line there. But there you go. I mean that's the wonderful thing with naval battles, I suppose, for us. We don't really have to worry about them as much because of that whole thing. Anyway, I'm going to take everything that I can here, and we're going to see what's happening on the outside. I'm not going to take any ships. Should I take a ship? Actually, you know what? Let's take a ship. Why not? They were attacking our blockade in the first place. So, yeah. Anyway, let's... there we go. Nice new gear that we got unlocked. And we also completed the... Oh, look at that. We completed our feat. That's wonderful. Now, if we could just complete our hand as well, then that'll be really good. Yeah, then we'll be having a great time. All right, here it is. There you go. Look at that. Plus 5 to skill caps. So then we can get that. And then we can do this. What's this? Max out the skills of 15 custom troops. Are you joking? That's insane. Win a siege defense using only custom troops. I think we've done that. Kind of. Raise the security value of a fief to 60. I think I already have that, to be honest. But that isn't me doing it, technically. That's literally just, Jalmarys having passive increases and being completely fine. Alright, damage by swords. I am using swords, right? So yeah, plus 20% damage by swords. We finally got the mariner skill that we needed. Hilariously enough, I barely was even in this particular battle. It's kind of sad, isn't it? It's kind of sad when that kind of stuff happens, but friendly fire can't really help it. Just kind of have to roll with that and just make the best of it as much as we possibly can. Alright, so we'll try and see, oh, there it is. Yeah, there. As I said to you, we did raise the security of a fief to 60. That was extremely, extremely quick, because of course it was. And yeah, we should be absolutely fine to continue here and destroy the walls. I might actually decide, oh no, here we go, the Battanians are actually coming to help us. I am going to save because I'm a little bit worried that the Battanians helping us caused the crash. Let's see if that is indeed the case again. I don't think it will be. We're actually inflicting quite a bit of damage right now. I kind of like that because I'd like to try to soften the garrison quite dramatically here. It is somewhat unfortunate that we have to do this instead of having the starvation mechanic actually come in properly. As you can see, settlement stays until food runs out is 0. We also have the Sturgeons trying to attack us. Okay. Well, that's not great. Yeah, that's not great at all. Okay, come on now. Just kill this. Thank you. Okay. So the question is, do I want to go in here or do I not want to go in here? I kind of don't want to be honest. I kind of don't want to. I kind of feel like it's maybe not the best course of action. But you know what? I think we will. But not in this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.